a promise of global change. Introducing NESARA GESARA. NESARA GESARA stands for National Global Economic Security and Reformation Act. It represents a set of proposed economic and social reforms. Proponents believe these reforms would dramatically reshape our world. NESARA focuses on the United States. GESARA expands the scope to a global level. The core idea is enticing. Imagine a world with no debt, fair taxes, and abundant prosperity. This is the utopia that NESARA GESARA promises. It's no wonder these concepts have captivated the attention of many. The internet has become a breeding ground for NESARA GESARA discussions. Websites, forums, and social media buzz with activity. People from all walks of life share their hopes and beliefs. However, this movement is not without its critics. Skepticism and controversy follow NESARA GESARA closely. Is it a genuine path to a better future or an elaborate fantasy? Let's delve deeper and explore its origins. The genesis of an idea, Harvey Francis Barnard, and the birth of NESARA. The NESARA story begins in the 1990s. Harvey Francis Barnard, an American engineer, developed the initial concept. Barnard was deeply concerned about the state of the U.S. economy. He believed that fundamental flaws were leading to instability and hardship. His solution was NESARA. He envisioned a radical overhaul of the financial system. His proposal included replacing income tax with a national sales tax. He also advocated for abolishing compound interest on secured loans. Barnard believed these measures would create a fairer and more equitable society. He self-published his ideas and sent them to members of Congress. However, his efforts to formally introduce NESARA as legislation were unsuccessful. Despite this setback, Barnard's ideas found an audience online. His writings resonated with people disillusioned with the existing economic order. This marked the beginning of NESARA's transformation. It shifted from an individual's proposal to a burgeoning online movement. From proposal to conspiracy, the rise of NESARA GESARA as a digital phenomenon. In the early 2000s, NESARA took a dramatic turn. It morphed from an economic proposal into a full-blown conspiracy theory. This shift is largely attributed to Shani Candace Goodwin, also known as Dove of Oneness. Goodwin claimed that NESARA was not just an idea, she asserted it was a secretly passed law. According to her, the National Economic Security and Reformation Act was signed and suppressed. She blamed the George W. Bush administration and the Supreme Court for this cover-up. Goodwin's claims spread like wildfire online. Her narrative resonated with those who distrusted governments and traditional institutions. The internet provided a fertile ground for these ideas to flourish. The global reach of the internet allowed the concept to evolve further. GESARA, the global version, emerged. It promised to bring NESARA-like reforms to every corner of the world. This marked a new chapter in the NESARA GESARA saga, one shrouded in mystery and intrigue. Section 4. A Utopian Vision exploring the core tenets of NESARA GESARA. At its heart, NESARA GESARA promotes a utopian vision. It promises a world free from the shackles of debt and economic injustice. The proposals are wide-ranging and ambitious. They aim to address a variety of societal ills. One of the most appealing promises is debt forgiveness. Imagine a world where mortgages, credit card debts, and student loans vanish. This idea is particularly enticing in an era of soaring debt levels. Tax reform is another central pillar. NESARA GESARA advocates for replacing income tax with a national sales tax. Proponents argue this would be a fairer system, less prone to loopholes and evasion. The restoration of constitutional law is also crucial to the NESARA GESARA ideology. Supporters believe that the current system has been corrupted. They call for a return to the original principles enshrined in the U.S. Constitution. GESARA takes these ideas even further. It envisions a global reset. Global debt forgiveness, a single global currency, and free energy technologies are just a few of the ambitious goals. Section 5. Where's the proof? Confronting the lack of evidence and skepticism. Despite its alluring promises, NESARA GESARA faces a significant hurdle: a lack of concrete evidence. Critics point out that there's no credible proof that any of it is real. No official documents, legislative records, or credible sources corroborate the claims. The lack of transparency fuels skepticism. If NESARA was indeed secretly passed into law, why hasn't any whistleblower come forward? Why hasn't any credible journalist uncovered the truth? The absence of evidence has led many to dismiss NESARA GESARA as a hoax or a scam. Some even see it as a dangerous fantasy that preys on vulnerable individuals, offering them false hope. The burden of proof lies with the proponents. Until they can provide verifiable evidence, NESARA GESARA will likely remain a topic of debate and speculation rather than a concrete plan for change. Section 6. A New Age of Consciousness? The Spiritual and Extraterrestrial Dimensions of NESARA GESARA. The NESARA GESARA movement extends beyond the realm of economics and politics. It often delves into the spiritual and metaphysical. For many believers, it represents a profound shift in human consciousness. Some proponents see it as part of a larger awakening. They believe humanity is transitioning to a higher level of awareness. This new age will be characterized by peace, harmony, and abundance. The concept of extraterrestrial involvement adds another layer of intrigue. Some proponents claim that benevolent aliens are guiding humanity towards this golden age. They believe these advanced beings are working behind the scenes to bring about NESARA GESARA. These spiritual and extraterrestrial dimensions are difficult to prove or disprove. They rely on faith and belief rather than empirical evidence. This adds to the mystique and controversy surrounding NESARA GESARA. Section 7. A Global Movement. Assessing the impact and continued intrigue of NESARA GESARA. Despite the lack of evidence and the skepticism, NESARA GESARA continues to capture imaginations worldwide. It has a dedicated following who eagerly await its implementation. The Internet remains the central hub for information and discussion. Websites, forums, and social media groups dedicated to NESARA GESARA are active and growing. People from all walks of life share their hopes, beliefs, and interpretations. The movement's impact extends beyond the digital realm. It has inspired real-world gatherings, conferences, and even political movements. People are drawn to its message of hope, particularly in times of economic uncertainty and social unrest. Whether NESARA GESARA is a genuine path to a better future or an elaborate fantasy remains to be seen. However, its enduring popularity underscores a deep-seated desire for change. It reflects a yearning for a fairer and more equitable world, free from the limitations of the current system. Subscribe and don't miss a notification.